1989 saw the film Batman come to theaters, directed by Tim Burton, and it starred Michael Keaton. This film also stars the great actor Jack Nicholson in the role of a Gotham crime boss. Oh, and he's also the Joker. The biggest change to the iconic character known as the Batman that this film saw first was Adam West repellent. And repellent. What's up everybody, welcome back to The Heads Project. I'm John Rodalaza, and today we're starting off the Batman movie review marathon leading up to Robert Pattinson's The Batman, directed by Matt Reeves, which I'm very excited for, and I just have fingers crossed that it doesn't get delayed into 2026. So, enough talk, we're gonna start off the marathon with Batman from 1989, directed by Tim Burton, and it stars Michael Keaton. So I kind of grew up with this film in the sense that I went to Goodwill one day and bought it on VHS for like 20 cents. It was a really cool buy, and we still had a VHS player at the time, so I popped it in a couple times. I don't remember this movie really at all. Like, I don't remember scene by scene. I don't remember rewatching this film over and over again growing up. I do remember rewatching Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, because as a kid, you see all these wacky characters, you kind of gravitate towards that. But in here, you just got Batman and Joker, and they barely interact in this film. I'm not gonna trash the movie. I'm just gonna say I'm not a huge fan of the action in this film, which, you know, for 1989, it wasn't going to rival like today's stuff. It really wasn't, but I was kind of shocked that there was just kind of a lack of, you know, fighting in here. It's not the most exciting film when it comes to its action, and it is a little unfortunate that we didn't get a whole lot of Jack Nicholson's Joker and Michael Keaton's Batman interacting with one another. But right off the bat, I want to talk about Danny Elfman's score, because it's incredible, dude. It is a very iconic theme song. The Batman theme from this movie is so iconic, and it's such a jingle, dude. It's so catchy. I love it so much, and the rest of the score is really good too. Danny Elfman really did help usher in this dark renaissance of the Batman character. He probably was being written very dark in the comics right before the movie. I don't know exactly when that started. I know he didn't start off super dark and menacing, but he really did usher that in for the wider audience with this film. And same thing with Tim Burton. I'm not the biggest Tim Burton fan. Like, I haven't seen all of his movies, but I can appreciate what he does with his filmmaking, and I think he did a great job illustrating the darkness that is the Batman, and the whole way he shot Gotham and how Gotham is depicted in here. It's very bleak and it's very dark and evil looking. He really does have an eye for filmmaking, and it's not my favorite. He's not the first guy I'm gonna gravitate towards, but I do appreciate Tim Burton's work, and he does a great job with this film. Michael Keaton as Batman and Bruce Wayne, he's good. He's good. He's not my favorite Bruce Wayne. I'll just say, he's not my favorite Bruce Wayne, and he's not my favorite Batman, but I do like how he portrays them both. You know, he's a little tongue-in-cheek as Bruce Wayne. He's kind of that billionaire, playboy kind of guy, just a little bit. And, you know, especially when he's sleeping with Vicky Vale later on. But I just didn't feel super connected with his Batman, and for some reason, I don't know, his Bruce Wayne, it's good. He's a good actor. I didn't feel really connected. I didn't feel like I was like rooting for him. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's his haircut. I don't know. I couldn't stop smiling to myself and kind of chuckling every time I saw Bruce Wayne's haircut in here. It's so goofy to me. Maybe that was the haircut back then. I don't know. This movie predates me 11 years, dude. I don't know what the hairstyle was back then, but it is a pretty good disguise as Bruce Wayne. You know, the super curly hair, the big glasses. Why would you ever think this guy's Batman? Kim Basinger is in the film. She plays Vicky Vale, and she's kind of like the love interest of the movie. Now, I don't believe I've ever seen Kim Basinger before, but I really like her in the movie. She's really cool, a really cool character outside of being just the damsel in distress and being the love interest. She was introduced in the film doing her own thing already, and I like when a movie can do that, where it doesn't just fall into the trope of having that damsel in distress, having the woman character just not really be that significant, but she started off very significant and then, you know, became the love interest. So that was a really cool way they handled it, and I'm glad that I ended up liking it towards the end. All right. Jack Nicholson as the Joker. Look, Jack Nicholson is a great actor. His portrayal of the Joker is good. it's not my favorite Joker. I was not a huge fan of his portrayal, though. I think what he did with the character is good in its own way, but I don't really like it. We're introduced to the character of Jack. His name is Jack in the movie, and he is this crime boss. He's involved with the mafia of some sort. Now, he's not the head of the table. He's got a boss that's telling him what to do in the beginning, I believe, and then they have this altercation with the Batman. The Batman pushes Jack accidentally into this vat of something, acid or green goo, the Nickelodeon slime, I don't know. He comes out later with bandages from a doctor, and the doctor helps him out, and now he's laughing, and now he's got permanent scarring, which, you know, makes him smile pretty much the whole time. Now, I love the look of the Joker in the movie. I think he looks really cool, very much like a comic book. Like, he's stripped out of a comic book. The way he's acting, though, I'm just not a fan of mobster Joker. Like, he's just acting so like Jack was seconds ago, only he's smiling and he's pale and he'll sometimes laugh, but he's pretty much the same character as he was in the beginning of the movie, just now he, you know, smiles, and now he's just a little more wacky. So why does this acid make him jump back and forth from foot to foot and shoot people? Boom, boom. I don't want to be too harsh on it. I really do think Jack Nicholson is a great actor, and he does pull off the role and the material that he's given in here, but I'm just not that much into this iteration of the Joker. You know, we got introduced to the guy Jack before he became the Joker in the film, and then he becomes the Joker, and now part of him is still the same mobster, which is just, it throws me off a little bit, and then he's randomly acting all eccentric for some reason. So it felt weird, but I think in terms of it just being this entertaining thing, Jack Nicholson does pull it off, but at the end of the day, it's not my favorite portrayal of the badass psychopath known as the Joker. Overall, you gotta give it some love, you gotta give it some respect, and I gotta appreciate the craft and the work that was put into this movie, because it's impressive for 1989. It really is. I do enjoy it. It's just not my favorite Batman movie. It's not my favorite Batman, my favorite Bruce Wayne, and not my favorite Joker. But I can totally see, for people in 1989, this being the I could totally understand that. I really do. I get it more than I do with like The Matrix, but I get it, man. There's a lot of good things here, and if we hadn't seen all the other dope stuff that we got decades after this Batman movie, I probably would like it a lot more, and I probably would appreciate these performances more. I still really do like everyone in this movie. They do a phenomenal job. But like I said, I've seen other Batman, I've seen other Jokers that I just gravitate towards more. So guys, those are my thoughts on the Batman film from 1989, directed by Tim Burton and starring Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. Let me know down below, what did you think about the film? Have you ever seen it? Go watch it now. It's probably on HBO Max or something. You might want to stick around the channel. I will be reviewing all of the Batman films, minus the animated ones and the Adam West ones, if there is a movie for him. I will be reviewing Batman The Dark Knight Returns, because that's my favorite one. I love that story. It's a really cool movie. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys, and be sure to stick around because there is always more to come.